Samuel Girl, reporting live from Paris. And I'm reporting from African Art Association TV. Like you all know, there is a sensitive issue that is trending on internet, or rather that is trending on our everyday life, the single mother, single parent. This is an issue that has been discussed behind closed doors. This is an issue that has been discussed in our living rooms. So to be on a positive side, to know more about this situation, so we decided to take it down to the street to know the view of people concerning this situation. I hope you're interested, and come with me. Let's find out more. Hi, welcome back. I'm live here at American Afro Shop. Good, and they deal on cosmetics. I hope you patronize them. And as you can see, I'm with a brother of mine, and I want to ask him some question of how he thinks concerning. You're welcome, brother. And what is your name, please?
My name is Emmanuel.
Okay, and there is a sensitive discussion that has been going on. Rather, people take it as an everyday life. It's about single mother, single parent.
Okay.
I want to ask your opinion. What do you think about being a single mother, whether a single father or a single mother? What do you see about it?
Well, actually, thank you for this opportunity that you have given to me. It's a very interesting topic. I believe that no woman loves to be single. Initially, from creation, God created male and female. So I believe that no woman really loves to be single.
Hi everyone, it's your girl again. We are live at Good News Multinational Service, which we all know as Mama Toby. And as you all know, our usual topic, we are here to confirm, or rather to listen to our own opinion concerning this particular issue we've been talking about, single motherhood. How to get rid of it, what we have to do about it, and what we need to let the coming generation know, the effects and the non-effects that is involved in it, and how to encourage our marriages to avoid single home. So let's hear from Mama Toby herself. Hello, good afternoon, Mommy Toby.
Good afternoon.
Hi, how are you doing today?
To the glory of God, we are fine.
And how's your business?
Fine, thank you.
Sorry to disturb you at the center of your business. We're actually here to ask of your opinion concerning the documentary we're actually doing, Single Mother. And it's an issue that has been going viral. People are living with it. Some are condemning it, and the situation is growing day by day. You know, so we don't really know what to do about it. We don't really know what to give to the viewers on how to go about this particular topic. So we decided to come to you. That's because we know you are a mother, you are an experienced woman, and you are matured. So let's hear from you. And let's know what you have to say concerning this topic. Thank you.
But from my own point of view, if a woman is single, so many circumstances can be put in place. Like for example, maybe the father or the other party might not be responsible. For example, no woman loves to live with a man who is not responsible. So like I can quote a particular situation where I know of a lady who doesn't live with the father of her children because of irresponsibility. Yeah, so another thing too, it might be due to some geographical separations. Maybe the woman might be living alone, not necessarily because she doesn't want to live with her husband, but because her husband is far away from her. And I think that it really affects the upbringing of the children, because kids who are brought up in a home with the both parents, at least the education might not be the same when the woman brings up the child alone.
That's true.
Yeah.
Very much.
Concerning this single motherhood is not advisable at all. And many people are doing it, maybe because of the money issue, because of the benefits government is giving them. So maybe that is why. But for me, it's not advisable. It's not even biblical. Because the Bible says, man shall leave his parents and cleave to his wife, and two of them shall become one. So they are one flesh. Normally they are not supposed to do anything separately. They're supposed to do everything together. So that's what I can say.
Thank you. But a lot of talk have been coming that What about women who are passing through domestic violence? Women who are with the men that are not responsible, the men that can't cater for their families, and rather they are relying on the money or the assistance the government is giving to the women. You know, all such of discussion is really has been going on. And they said it's the money the government is giving. Some said the men wants to control the money the government gives to the kids. So through that means they end up leaving themselves. Some say when they are with their husband, when the government start paying them, they end up telling them how to go. You know, so all kind of rumor. So we really don't know where to pinpoint who is saying the truth and who is saying the bad. So what advice do you have to give to the men, mostly the men?
The men. Yeah, we ask the men.
Good afternoon, madam.
Please, what's your name?
My name is Adibayo.
And thank you very much for giving me your audience, for sharing your view to our viewers. Please, I have a very short question to ask you concerning this a sensitive issue that is going viral. There's an issue of being single motherhood. So I really want to know your view and your take on it. You know, the cause of it and how we are going to like get the solution, work on it to avoid issues like that, to keep on coming for the sake of the new generation.
Well, thank you for the question. From my own point of view, single mother in most cases is something of Western culture, because if you go back to our African culture, we have you hardly hear anything like that in our own culture. But in Western culture, that's where we come across the issue of single mother. And in the first of all, what is the problem of the single mother? Who abused issue of single mother? If I could still remember in UK, some years back, it was Margaret Thatcher then that actually give right to women, especially single mother. Then you started seeing 16-year-old, 15-year-old being single mother because of the benefit they wanted to get from it. So the issue actually also lies on women, not only men.
To be responsible, because most of our boys, or maybe I will say men, they are not responsible. I will not lie to you. Most of them, and then the problem even started from the women, because most of the women, they used to buy these men. So at the end of the day, leave men alone. Let them be responsible. Let them take their post as a man, so that there won't be any problem. Don't buy them. You can't use money to buy love. Love is different from money. So, but in this aspect, maybe this area of Western world, there's always problem, because they use money to entice the men, do all sorts of things. At the end of the day, there's no genuine love in between them. So at the end of the day, it will end up in separation. So that's what I can say.
Thank you very much. And the last interview I did with a man, he said many of these men, even while they are working, they will be demanding from the money the government gives to the women to take care of the kids as a support, as their right, as a citizen that were born here. So they give the mother the money. The women are entitled to be in charge of such money to cater for the kids. But the men end up asking of the money from the women, and so doing, they end up having problem. So in this money, mostly this money issue, how do you think? What's your point?
Like what I will say concerning money issue.
So I think that my advice, I could advise fellow viewers, is that if, for example, when it comes to our matrimonial homes, we should learn to tolerate, we should learn to admit to certain circumstances that would make parents live apart, because it's not a good idea for a woman to bring up a child alone.
Thank you very much. Yeah. But they said many of the problems, in as much as some of the partners, they contribute to making the woman a single mother, but they're saying, the rumor goes that the French government, or rather the system, are the one indirectly encouraging the women to be single because they have one or two benefits to benefit from it. Is that true?
Well, I'm sorry, there are some things I will not say it for security reasons. Yeah.
Okay.
So maybe the country might encourage a woman to be single, but maybe it's just, I think that it can just be for a while, because in due course of time, it's not beneficial.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
That wanted to be a single mother. Some, for instance, we have women here that because of what they were earning from the government, they actually purposely ask their husbands to leave the house, calling police for their husband one way or the other just to make sure that they are getting the benefit. It also lies on men, because there are some men too, they are not responsible. They are not taking their family responsibility serious. Because how can you say because a woman is earning a government support concerning the children or whatever, you as a man, you are not living up to your own expectation? Forget about it. I always say something. Any money that you are earning that is not from your own hard-earned work, it's not money. Look at the single mother issue. How many of them have used the money for one thing tangibly? Nothing. I think in our own culture, we believe in working and support our family.
Yeah.
And make sure that our family are okay. Not waiting for any government benefit. In our own culture, there's nothing like any benefit from government. So you hardly see single mother, because each person take note that when I married, I have to provide for my family.
Thank you.
So I think this thing is a Western culture, and Africans that are coming in along the line started taking advantage of this thing and abusing it. That's the way I see it.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. What I just have to say about it, being a single mother, it all depends, but it's not a good idea. But here in France, most other countries, but most especially here in France, a single mother is a topic, is a good thing for women. That is what they think. But to me, it's not a good idea, because normally a man and a woman, they are supposed to do things together, not separately. And other point I see why they do stick to this single mother thing is the money that is going with it. Some men are not willing to work. Some men, they put all their hope, they depend on women. And sometimes I also blame the women. You know, some women, due to the kind of work some of them they do, they use money on men. So that is how the men has advantages over them. In Africa, it's not like that. But here, in the Western world, they think everything is just like that. Okay. There is nothing like single mother in Nigeria, in Africa, not only Nigeria, but African countries.
Thank you very much.
But here, they are proud to be single mother.
Good evening, Mark. My name's TRACY Sam, and I'm reporting live from African Arts Association. As you know, we have a topic that has been going on trend: single mother. They have been stigmatized in different form. So we decided we've discussed on it. This is what we discuss about behind our closed doors and our living room. So we decided to take it upon ourselves to bring it to the street, to ask people their view concerning this particular topic. So thank God we happened to meet you, Ma, and I'm so privileged to be your present. So please, can you tell us your name?
Good evening, I'm Elizabeth. I reside in England. I just come over this weekend to do certain things in Paris. Nice meeting you as well. I think we need to be very careful in pointing fingers on single parents. Most of them, we need to balance it all. Most of the single parents, they didn't really choose to become single. I think when some of the men notice someone has, babies coming on the way, and to face reality is very, very tough. And this is why I think most men pull out. when reality is coming on board. Pulling out and leaving the ladies or the young ladies to become single parents. By doing so, most African people will stereotype that, oh, certain age group, they chose to become single parents. I don't think that's the reality. Most of them really want to settle down. But if the gentleman pulls out, they just have to face the world and bring up the children on their own.
Like somebody who told me that just about 6 months ago, said that he had a problem with his woman, with his wife, no problem, nothing. She just woke up one day and say, my dear, today. He said, sweetheart, what's the problem? He said, no, you will leave this house for me. Oh, he said that. The next thing, this young lady have already go and make calf, go and fabric, lies. See that my husband want to kill me, he want to do this, he want to do that. At the end of the day, this man say, seems trouble. Police like came me say, there's no problem. That's not it. It's only the children who save the man from the prison. You know?
So what's your advice?
The young ladies coming now is for them to maintain their home, to maintain their husband, you know, to try and take care of their family. If, for example, if you have an husband being a woman, people will respect you more a lot. But if they say, so person, you just have an husband, it's a divorce. When you go to party or you go to any occasion, you know, people will be coming to you, you know, and maybe you yourself, maybe you don't have interest.
Thank you very much, Mom. And I know you don't really reside here in France, Paris, but say there is this allocation that goes to being a single parent. And some of these guys that we've come across, they like accuse many of these young women that some of them they just purposely want to have the kid with them, and they want to later on they end the relationship with them. Some of the men, they defended the women by saying no. Many of these women pull out from the relationship because the man or the guy is interested in the benefit that is coming from the government to them. So by so doing, they end up having a broken relationship or a broken home. So do you find this to be true, or is just a rumor?
I think we need to raise awareness with our young girls or young women. If awareness is being raised to train them from childhood, it's always good to be patient, know who you want to go out with, have a focus that you want to get married. Yeah. Although sometimes things doesn't go that way. But as you said, some people got wrong information. Okay, if I get pregnant, I will get good house, I'll get benefits. This is where we need to raise awareness that life is not so. You need to have a focus, finish your education, have something to do in life. By doing so, even if anything happens on the way, even though you get married, and things still doesn't work out, you will know you've satisfied your conscience. Yeah, but awareness needs to be raised with our young women.
There's one thing I want us to know is that the world, we are in jet age. We know everybody, now you can Google, you can do anything you want to do within a scope of 1 minute. The issue of single mother is a thing, like I say, is a Western thing, and now it has come to our own culture. And it's not a thing of maybe you have to say, okay, you can do this, you can do that, you know. Now, what we just have to start in very first place in my own point of view is we have to imbibe the word of God in ourselves, in our children, to know that once you are married, you are married. And some of these things, don't let us be saying something that is not, because you can't ask a woman to die in a abusive relationship in the name that she don't want to be a single mother.
That's true.
Are you getting it?
Yeah.
Likewise, is it only the women that are abusive? No. The men are too abusive that he doesn't have a choice to just move out from the house because of the way the manner things are. So what do we need most cases in this kind of situation is that we should be able to tolerant, be pacific, and at the end of the day, in whatever we are doing, let God comes first.
Thank you.
That's my own point of view.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Back to my viewers. Hope you heard from him, and that takes us to our next speaker. Thank you very much. Come with me.
To have a home, you need to share things among yourselves, both men and women. You don't have to kind of leave everything on certain person. Like, okay, as a man, it's my wife's responsibility to take care of certain things. You need to share things between yourself. Sometimes life may not come the way we want it or we planned it. If one person is working, the other one has to be need endurance. But don't overdo things. Don't go beyond what you can afford. Balance of things.
It's true.
Once things are taking shape, the other person can start working, and things will be going on very well.
Okay, thank you very much.
Hello, my name is Claude Ajinefuja.
Thank you very much for giving us your time. We asking of your issue, your opinion about this issue of single mother that we're actually dealing on. So what's your take and what do you have to tell us?
You see, in this France, I've said a lot about this single mother or no single mother. It's not only Nigeria alone. I can say it's what they take from the government. Okay. And what they achieve from the government about the calf.
Okay.
That okay, I don't have an husband, I'm living alone. So after they took the money for the children, the calf, you still pay them some extra.
Okay.
So majority of them, I can see maybe they like it like that, to be single. It's because of the money.
Okay.
It's because of the money, and which is not good.
Okay.
Because a lot of people in this, especially this France, I'm not talking about another country, but especially we Africans, we too abducted to that extent about collecting calf. Maybe the calf will paying them. I don't have husband. I don't have this and that. Secondly, this is not good.
Okay, thank you.
For a woman not to have a husband.
Okay.
Some of them, maybe where they are moving up and down, I feel drop your husband away. No, I'm alone now. The calf normally pay me. They pay me like 1,002, like 1,003. What for?
I think we should appreciate what the government is doing. As I mentioned earlier on, awareness needs to be raised. If we raise awareness that getting benefit from the government is not their rights. The government is doing this to avoid broken homes as well. By giving benefits out, they don't want the babies or children to suffer, and they want people to stay in relationship, because if one person is not working and the other one is working, the burden will be so heavy on one person. So that's why I think the benefit comes in to balance up things in the house. And as soon as the other person starts working, I think everything should be balanced out.
Thank you very much.
Nice.
Thank you very much
Nice
for
to meet
enlightening
you.
us more. Back to my viewers, I hope you heard from a mother. She's experienced in urbandification, and I hope you've been able to learn one or two things from her, and I hope you take that advice seriously. For those of you who just go out there and take rumors, say all kind of things, please try to have facts before you start pointing fingers to whosoever you think is guilty.
It's not the government's fault. is people. You know, they have long throat.
Okay.
They have long throat, and the most of them, you know, they copy each other. Each others. They copy. Say, if the government give us an assistance and empower us, maybe him or her, you know, they try. For we not to pass a lot of suffering. But our people, our guests, our women, especially in this country, I've seen they have abusing it. Well, you know, because the government is helping them. And even said some of them, they just try to bring problem in the house. Leave the house for me. I've seen a lot. Leave the house for me. Because of the calf. Just like my friend in Asa Paris. This lady, she got 5 children for this my friend. One day, there's no problem, no fight, nothing. You just say, my dear, please have to leave this house for me. The next thing, narco police. And this country is the country of women. Europe generally.
Yeah, it affects children because when the father is there, the kids have fear. You know, sometimes there are some things, if the mother think the way she gave birth to the kids, the process, the pains she passed through, she would not want to touch the kids if they are misbehaving. And you know, kids, you beat them with the right hand, with left hand, or with right hand, you draw them close with the left hand. That's how they grow. But sometimes the mother, they just ignore it, they leave the kids. But when the father is there, single women that raise up their kids, some are nice, they raise them up well and okay, but some are not also okay. But the 60-40 that I say, it's 60 men and women, that is couples that are married, that are together. There is a bigger advantage than the 40%.
Okay.
That's what I have to say.
Thank you very much for your time. I really appreciate it. And one last question for you. Okay. Can you marry or date a single mother?
For me, it's very difficult. No.
Thank you very much. So now back to my viewers. You heard from him. You heard everything he has to say. But don't go yet. We are not finished. Let's continue the journey.
Go out with
people like that.
People like that. But people will look at as irresponsible somebody. So I'm begging. So if our women or our guests can even try to compete with their husband and stay together in that money.
Okay. In as much as there is no abuse.
Abuse.
For the men that violent, that have violence on the women that abuses them and stuff.
No.
So in as much there is no such issue, they can try and make peace with their home, try and create their home.
Let me bring one example. For example, maybe women. Sometimes maybe they like to be side to maltreating their wives at home, start beating. You see a man that you don't even care to take care of a children, of a wife. It's not good. For someone not to take care of a family, especially your wife. For me, I love to take care of my wife, my children. I love it a lot. So much. I love it a lot. But some, maybe don't have S.
That's true.
You know? But for me, it's very important for a man to take care of his wife, of a family,
Thank you.
of his children. Not that you have some money now, you go to the restaurant, start carry women, put women on leg, chop Kobe, and you will leave your family at home. Your family will be suffering. It's not good.
Thank you very much.
It's not good.
It's noted. Thank you very much.
The benefits supposed to be, the women supposed to be in charge of the benefits. You understand? Because it's women that used to buy things a lot.
Yeah.
Men, they will just go to work and come back home. But it's women that will go out, maybe you can see anything along the road that is okay for the children. He will always buy it. Maybe anything for house use, she will always buy it. So for me, I prefer they leave that money. They should leave it. For the women. God bless you.
Thank you very much, ma. To our viewers out there, I hope you're able to pick one or two things from Mommy Toby. You just heard from her. You heard our opinion concerning this particular topic. But don't go yet and don't touch that die. We're not finished yet. We are heading over to the next person. Come with me. Hope you enjoy. Let's have fun together.
For example, being a man, if you are working, for example, maybe about the electricity, about the everything,
the bill of the house.
About the bill of the house. You just continue to try to take care of woman. Leave the woman alone. Maybe she's working, maybe she's trying to keep her money under her pant or in the bank. No problem. You just continue
Doing your own part.
your own. Okay. Maybe one day somebody will tell her.
Tell her. Say, what are you doing?
What are you doing one day? So can't you help your husband?
Your husband.
For me, I will never allow anyone to pay house rent for me. I will never allow it.
Thank you for going on this journey with me. Hope you were able to learn one or two things from the people we've interviewed so far. Don't forget, this is African Arts Association TV reporting from Paris. Don't forget to subscribe on our channels. See you on our next episode. Bye and good night.